Hello? 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 Guess what? Hello? Hello, baby. Hello. What's going on? Hello, hello, hello. Guess what? Guess what? Guess what? Welcome to Sunshine Brown. Welcome. Guess what? I'm so happy I could be here with you right now. Oh my goodness, what? This is what? My happy hour. Guess what? I'm sharing it with you. Oh my goodness. Right? Remember I said, through the day, find a happy hour, find a little time to sit, debrief, however, right? Guess what? Oh my goodness. What a journey. What a journey, okay? So happy I could be here with you. So happy you could be here with me. Let's chat. Come on. Pull up a chair, okay? Pull up a chair. Bring your drinks. I always say bring your drinks, okay? So guess what? Look, I just rushed up on the camera. You know, I do that, right? I explain that to you. I throw on the hat when my hair ain't done, right? When my hair is not done, right? I'm going to throw on a hat possibly, right? I may just, what? Throw on a hat, you know? Put on a lipstick and just come on to the camera. Amen? Amen? Don't need to curl the hair, don't need to do all that. Just come on. Amen? Just come on. All right? So listen to this, okay? So let's chat. Let's chat a little bit, right? Let's chat. Let me tell you something. The most beautiful thing about any type of journey, okay? Any type of journey, any kind of something you've overcame or overcoming or whatever. It is so beautiful. It's so beautiful. Sometimes, yes, to play it back. Yes. If you feel called to play it back and it works for you, you can play it back. You know, we play it back. We can play it back out loud. However we choose to do it. All right. So I want to share this. With you. I was listening to something. I think it was earlier today, and the guy said the thing that people aren't aware of is that, you know, they think that you're trying to teach them something when really, honestly, you're basically just playing it back. That's all you're doing is playing it back, right? Right? So when I play it back, if there's anything that you could get from me that will help you understand some things, that's beautiful, right? But really, I'm showing up on my timeline, what? To just simply play it back. That's what I'm doing. All right? Meaning, guess what? I've already healed from it. You know, and you want to show up. What a beautiful thing to be able even to tell your story. Okay? So let me tell you about something I want to share with you. I just, cross my mind. There's a lady. I got your memo, baby. I got your memo. Yes, ma'am, I got your memo. Yes. I understand where you are. I understand how you feel about it. I understand. And simply, you were very clear on, God has done so many things, and going back and talking about what happened, and hold on, and that the Lord is waiting on me. Amen. Yeah, all that. Now I'm going to talk to you for a minute. And I want you to hear me. You know, we've learned so many different things. We've learned, from a child, we've learned plenty of different things, okay? One of the things I'm going to tell you is that if I did not open my mouth and speak about what had happened to me, because I know it's redundant, it's, come on. And I know where you're coming from. You're saying, hey, we want to get to the other side of this. Come on, baby, let's get to the other side of this. You got some things that, let's get to. I get it. And you know what part of me gonna say, now, ma'am, you don't want to, you don't understand this thing. You hear me? And guess what? People understand it in their own way. They do. They understand X, Y, Z in their own way. But they really don't understand. Meaning, I never ever thought I would have to show up to defend myself and say who I am. I never thought that people would come in your life and try to rearrange, change up your life and put a hocus pocus on it and pretend that your life never happened, like you never really did exist. And you know, they could just put a screw in your head or wherever in your ass and turn the key, and then you do whatever you know what I'm saying? I can't believe that people really are out here trying to hijack people's lives. And guess what this comes from? Let me tell you something. Even if you were in the crowd, you weren't gonna speak up for me. You weren't gonna speak up for me. No, you weren't. I don't think so. Because a lot of people all you concerned about is playing it safe. And this playing it safe all the time, you know. You think you being safe, but that somebody over here, up here, around, you know, they need to know what's really going on. And they don't, because you worry about trying to play it safe, and you know, from the don't say nothing era. Right? Sometimes there's a time to speak up, and then there's not. But either way, nothing will ever come wrong out of just simply telling the truth. Couldn't. Unless you're being, you know, speaking at the wrong time. Okay? So my point is, I do understand. People get confused. They get it confused. Because when they see these lips and this hair and all the lashes, they get it confused, baby. They get it confused. And guess what? I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Until they know better. They'll learn. So listen to me. Good thing I did start speaking up. Good thing. And guess what? I'm in a healed place. I'm feeling good. That's what I want to talk about. I'm feeling so good. I'm feeling so good. Oh my goodness, I'm feeling so good. Yeah. Feeling grateful. Feeling absolutely grateful, right? Let me tell you what I did last night. So I don't often do it, but I actually sat down and took the time to put my feet up. And I said, I'm just gonna watch some Netflix or whatever, right? I watched those episodes of the Tyler Perry. My goodness, couldn't stop, right? I think I was up till, my God, nearly daylight. So I mean, I'm not at all, but you know what I mean? Very good, by the way. Extremely good. I mean, extremely good. Listen, that's what I want to share with you. I think that many people believe or have believed that this has been just something that happened a long time ago, and then it's over with and it ended. They don't know that you know, the stages of when a thing is taking place. You got your healing from it. You've you know, receiving your blessings or whatever, and things like that. You're moving forward. Your forgiveness is amazing, right? There's forgiveness, right? And don't go too much on forgiveness, because some of y'all, my forgiveness and the way I see forgiveness may be a little different from the way that you see forgiveness. Period. Okay? So, so we gotta be wise out here. Gotta be wise, okay? I am, nobody talks enough about the other part. After it's all over with, the other part when you're putting things back together. Nobody talks about that. Nobody talks about how frustrating it can even feel to have to go back and redo things that you've already done and things like that. Like, oh God, I already did this. Oh, you know what I mean? And they wouldn't, and you wouldn't understand. Some of you will understand. Yeah, they don't talk about when you're putting everything back together enough. They just talk about the get to the happy part. A lot of people, yeah, I get that too. This is a good time. This is a good time. So, let's talk about this really quick. I know we've been taught all kinds of things, and we believe this and we believe that, and that's that and this and that. But I'm gonna share this with you, and that's probably why we don't miss this so much. You know how? I mean, there's been several abracadabras, okay? If I'm gonna say it like that, where a person will believe one thing, they'll assume one thing, especially if they can't see it. But then that thing that they assume that's going one way, it's going a whole nother way, a whole nother direction. And then there's something that happens where it goes, voila, jump out the hat, voila, right. Now let me share something with you. Say for example, let me start there. When I come on and I speak, and it may sound a little harsh or whatever, right? It may sound a little harsh or whatever, okay? And you guys don't understand. Sometimes I do have to be very clear and bring pure clarity to things. I do. Because you're not me, you're not in my shoes, so you don't know how it goes. That does not mean I have to rise to the occasion on everything or any other thing like that. That's not what, I'm very wise on that. I know not. But some things do have to be addressed, okay? And the other thing is, clearly, if I would have never spoke up for myself, right, I doubt if you would have. And I want to be clear on that. And I'm not trying to be funny. I'm being serious, okay? I'm being serious. Sometimes you're going through your journey. That was the thing that God wanted me to do, okay? Because at plenty times, I ignored a bunch of stuff, because especially some of it I didn't even know that was going on. So I didn't spend my time there. I didn't invest my time there or whatever. I would do what I do, Yeah. I don't believe in investing time and tearing people down. I really don't. I only have to rise to the occasion sometimes to address something and then let it be. Okay? I found out that sometimes that's very much needed. Yeah, it's very much needed. Because if you only knew. If you only knew. If you only knew, that's what I'm going to say. If you only knew. I don't. Woo! If you only knew. I feel nothing but gratitude. I Let's see here. I just redid this video. So, I really wanted to keep it short and just come on and say, I got your message. I understand. And guess what? I'm looking forward to getting totally back to, yeah. I'm actually here. I'm here for it. Remember, until this thing came about, I never did have to speak up much about a thing, especially for defending myself and things like that, until I had to defend myself. And you got to know this sometimes. I know what you said and what you say, and a lot of y'all say God, y'all don't. Some things, some people don't know what they're talking about. Some of us are warring angels in real life. That's what we're here for. It is. It's true. Yeah. I know. And it's not for everybody to understand. People won't understand, but it's not for everyone to understand. Yeah. And that's why, a lot of times people get things so misconstrued, and I gave the example. Sometimes you can think something is one way, and then it's like, blah, because you don't know what God is doing with that person, with that situation, with that thing. You don't know that some people, yeah. Being clear is important. Sometimes you do have to rise to the occasion and be very clear. Yeah. It's true. It's true. I have a question. I do have a question. Because I hear a lot of people saying what is not happening and what they don't see enough of, and different things like that, right? But what I would like to know is, and some of you may not even be aware, some people may not really be aware, but I want to know, why do churches and other churches link up to gang stalk the community? I want to know more about that. I want people to tell me about how that works. I want to know more about that. I do. We want to know about that. I do, and I don't want to know it from I want to know it from you guys. I want to know why have churches been allowed to stalk the community? That's what I want to know. You see, we're not going to pretend that didn't happen. We're not going to pretend. Is that what we're doing? Why have churches been allowed to go out and terrorize and stalk people? I want to know. Why was that allowed? And how is it that the leaders allow it to be done? How did you allow it to be done? How do you allow it to take place? Do you hear false information and then you run with it, or you believe the information and don't have all the details on it, and you run with it, and then you never come forward and make peace with it at all, and you go and pretend that you didn't do it? Where you were in the community acting as if people were a problem when they were never a problem. They weren't a problem. I want to know more about that. I want to know more about pastors and people, just things allowing people to gang stalk people in the community, and they're judging and pointing fingers and talking all that stuff, and then they somewhere bending over somewhere. I want to know more about it. I see. I don't want to pretend that it didn't happen, because it did. Let's start there. Let's start there. I want to know more about it. I want to know how it happens. It's already been forgiven, but I want to know, where did it come from? Because I know y'all been doing that for a long time to people, right? A long time. So I want to know, where does that even come from? How do you feel that you have the right to do it? To terrorize someone. And usually people have to have their right mind for their job, for their children, for their family, for their husband, for their this and that. So where does it even come from? I would love to know that. Yeah. Thank you.